YouTube. This is my first ever video. My name's Andy and I'm just a blunt and upfront person, so I thought I'd go ahead and open with that. I'm really excited to be starting this channel, and I was juggling what I really wanted to make my first video about. And I have lots of reasons for starting, but just to get started off and just to kind of document my experiences and hopefully help some other people, I wanted to make a real-time video about how I'm starting my YouTube channel and starting to make videos. I saw as I was doing some research that there are a ton of videos like this out there, but I couldn't really find any like this where it was being documented and recorded in real time. So I'm really excited to do this and kind of walk you through the steps that I've taken to start setting up my channel, the ideas that I've had, and what I really still have to work on. This video really is just going to be about these steps that I've taken so far, but I have a lot of other topics in mind. I'm going to talk a little bit in another video, I think, about some of the fears and challenges to starting a channel and some of the thoughts that I've had along the way as far as researching, as far as what other people are doing, how much I want to be like other people, how much I want to try to be like myself, and some of my inspiration and things like that. So I'm really excited to get started. If you are a veteran YouTuber and you have ideas or thoughts or anything like that, tips, your best advice, let me know. Totally open to some constructive criticism, but at the same time, be nice. I'm new, okay? So I took some notes for myself and laid out 7 kind of category steps that I decided to take and kind of walk you through. So the first step, and I have them written down on the notes down below me, but the first step that I wanted to go over was first observe. Really just watch some of the videos that you're interested in, look at some of those YouTubers, see what they're doing, see what you like, see what you don't like, and kind of use that to help develop your own style. So for me, I really only started watching YouTube videos and YouTube channels and regularly subscribing to things maybe like 2.5 months ago. It really has not been long at all. I initially started because there was a couple of people on Instagram that I really liked to follow, and they were posting all these videos on YouTube, and every once in a while I'd be like, oh, well, I wonder what she was really talking about on there or what they were going to go over. So I went ahead and clicked on some of those, and next thing you know, I'm subscribed and I have all of these things that I follow, and I got all sucked in. So I'm hoping that people will get sucked into my channel. We'll see. We'll go from here. But really, I took a lot of inspiration from some of my favorite people, so I'll go ahead and list some of them and then I'll tag them down below. And especially you folks, if you have anything nice to say to me, I would sincerely appreciate it. Really, there's only like 5 or 6 people that I actually watch and listen to. My first and favorite one is Kaylin Nicholson. I just really love her content. Her aesthetic is spectacular. She's clearly figured out how to make this work for her, and I love that. And then secondly, Jordan Shrinks. She talks a lot about her weight loss journey and things like that, and while that's important to me, mostly I just love how obnoxious she is, and she says the weirdest shit that just comes to her mind, and I love that. It takes a lot of energy to kind of stick to being yourself and just not apologize for the things that you say and do, and that is my favorite thing about her. And she also just always says that she's not a professional, and you know what? I respect that because not everybody can be a professional all the time, and she has such good goals for her channel. I love that. Some of the other people I've watched a lot are Sam Oscarol. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Brittany Dawn Fitness, who started me into YouTube, and then Sarah Luhu is so cute. I'm obsessed with her hair. It's probably why I found her in the first place, was because I was obsessed with her hair. After I kind of figured out that YouTube was maybe a direction that I wanted to go, because I watched all these videos and I watched all of these people talking, and I was like, dude, I could do that. I could do that. I could make videos. I love talking. It'll be great. I started looking at some of the other things that would go into actually starting a YouTube channel, and there was a lot. So I actually made myself a bullet journal page. I use a bullet journal really just to brain dump ideas, thoughts, track some stuff. I don't really use it as a planner. I have trouble with, routines and things like that. I'm very much of a phase person. I just do things in binges, if you will. So I'll binge watch shows. I will binge clean my house. I will, I don't even know. If I can think of some other things, I'll add them down below. But the next thing I really did was create this page where I talked about, I'll show you it. I made myself a pro-con list. I made myself really just a why I want to do it, my people who are my inspiration, a list of to-do items, and then as I went along and I took some more notes on things, you know, the equipment that I would need, all the extra stuff that was going to go into this that I needed to think about before I got started. So that brings me to my third step, which was research. I went out and Googled a bunch of random questions that I had about, you know, how to start it up, what's the best way to do it. I'm going to make actually a longer list of all the questions that I had and try to share those with you as well as the answers that I've come up with, along the lines of what exact equipment do I need, you know, like what kind of storage space do I need, what kind of lighting, all of that stuff. And a lot of that stuff is already out there on YouTube and other people's videos telling you how to become a YouTuber and blah, blah, blah. But like, it's a real big struggle, and they've probably forgotten by the point that they're at now, you know, like a year or 2 years into being successful at what they're doing, to go back and think about how hard it was and where is all this information that you need to know as you're getting started and what's really the best way to do it. So I'm going to do my best to share some of that stuff with you as I go along. So as I was researching, I really did watch a lot of those videos out there. All of the YouTubers who've talked about how to start a channel and what they wish that they had known, and all of that was super, super helpful. I took a ton of notes on those things, and I'm definitely still learning as I go. But that really brings me into step 4. I can't count. Step 4, which was to design. So I'm trying to really go all in on this, and that might not be your goal, and that's totally fine. There's lots of different reasons that people want to do this, and I'll get into my reasons at another time, but right now, I was trying to create really a brand that I could go with this, so I actually have already created a separate Instagram account from my personal one that's a little bit more branded. I was playing around on a design program called Canva, and if you've never used it before, it's the easiest graphic design software there is. It's spectacular, and most of it is free. There's some paid features in it, but you can use a lot of the free stuff, and it's very easy. So I created some logos for myself, and I've played around a little bit with graphic design before in the past, but I am not formally trained in any way. I've used it really just to create flyers and things like that for past jobs that I've had, for events, for different just projects and things like that, but really no experience whatsoever with that, no experience with filming, nothing. So as I was going through just trying to figure out what I wanted this to look like, what I wanted to do with it, that has been kind of the hardest part for me because I'm a little all over the place. At some point I'll probably do a house tour, but my house is such a good example of this. So the room that I'm in now right here is sort of like my second living room. I went with a really weird, like, almost bohemian style, and I really love it. I didn't think that it was really my style until I was sitting in it, and I was like, I feel so comfortable here. I love the way that this feels. I have a lot of flowy things, a lot of warm colors. I actually organized my books by color, so my warm colored red, orange, yellow books are in this room, and then my regular, more formal living room, like where I try to entertain people and stuff, is all cool colors, all blue and white. That's kind of where our big sectional is and all of that stuff. Our room is a totally different style. It's all more minimalist. And so, you know, just to give you a little bit of an example of how hard it is for me to pick a style, I just can't. It's just hard for me. So I made a Pinterest board to get started, and my Pinterest board really just pulled together a lot of images that I thought maybe had like at least a similar color scheme. So I used all different types of things. I had clothes in there, I had tattoos in there, I had just photos and art in there, I had home interiors in there, and then I tried to pull together a scheme from that as well as some other things that I like, and I ended up actually creating trying to pull that in together and creating the YouTube channel art. So hopefully that will be kind of a good brand start for me. From there, step number 5 would be to just learn. So I have a lot to learn, and that's obviously clear. I am not doing the best at this, and actually my video just cut off because my phone ran out of storage. I inherited sort of a video camera, so I'm going to learn how to use that, but right now I don't know how to use it, and I really just wanted to jump in, so I'm using my phone today. So I did buy a book called How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck. I'm super excited to read it. I'm 2 pages in, so if this video sucks, it's because I didn't read before I started, as usual. And I also got a couple of really short little ebooks and things off of Amazon, just how to shoot YouTube videos and how to start a channel, how to create successful brands through YouTube, things on that topic. They're really cheap. They're like $2.99 or something, and I prefer to read books. That's just my learning style. I take in information really well that way, so I'm excited to figure out how all of this fun stuff works. And I just really thought that learning how to do some of this stuff and do it well, just the editing, the video, is gonna go over really well in the future with any sort of other job prospects or projects that I want to do, because, you know, like, that's the way of the future. Everything is going to be technology all the time. I might as well learn these programs, and I might as well just teach them to myself now. The second to last step, number 6, is to just jump in, which is why, like I said, I'm filming with my phone today, because that's how I always have just done things. You know, if I'm going to assemble a piece of IKEA furniture, I will kind of briefly look at the pictures in the instruction booklet, and then I'll open it up and like lay it all out and start trying to assemble it without really following any sort of instructions. I really do, like, that is my style, to just kind of get a quick overview and then just jump. That's been really hard for me this time around, though. As far as starting this channel, I've been putting it off and putting it off, and I've been putting it off by doing all of this research and doing all of this, watching other videos and reading books about it and stuff. The whole thing is making me really uncomfortable, and I'm not sure why. Probably some vulnerability things, the way I look, I don't know, the way I talk. I hate the way my voice sounds. Probably everybody does. But I think I have a lot of things to say that will help people, and I have a lot of topics that I want to cover on this channel. So I am really excited to still do it. And so here I am. I got off work early today, and I got off at like 2 or 2:30, and I got home, and I figured I really just wanted to film my first video with some daylight in it, because I don't have any sort of professional lighting. So that's what I'm doing here now. It's pretty gloomy out today, but, you know, now or never, just do it. So here we are. So the last step number 7. If I can count. 7. I'm really bad at counting on my fingers. I should probably like not do this in a future video. Learn as you go. So the last step is to go ahead right after this video. I'm going to edit it up as best I can, because I'm probably not very good at it yet, and post it and hold my breath. That is what I titled step number 7. Post plus hold breath. Hopefully it goes over well. It probably won't, because I've never posted any videos to YouTube before. And so just do me a salad. If you are still watching this by some miracle, like my video, because I'm fragile and I need validation. If you have anything to say, anything positive as far as comments, tell me. I'd love to hear them. If you have constructive, be nice, constructive criticism, I would love to hear that as well. Or if you just have anything inspirational to say, let me know. I really am trying to make this a bigger part of my life and a bigger project that I start on, and I'm super pumped to see where this goes and just see what's happening, and just film my start here along the way and get into some other topics and things. I'll do a video shortly about a little bit more about my background and things that I want to cover, some different topics. I do have a master's degree in adult and higher education. I am a professional spinning instructor. So I do that, you know, like 5 or 6 classes a week. On the side, I have a cat. I like to color my hair. It's a little bit purpley pinkish right now. So I'll do lots of really different fun things. It's going to be a little bit all over the place. So I wanted to leave this a very open-ended channel. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and I hope that you guys will subscribe and see what else I have to say. Other than that, keep it poppin'.